We have everybody here, so I'm going to go ahead and officially call the meeting to order. And the three of us are going to stand and do the pledge if you guys want to just watch or hear. Four of us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor,
Thank you.
I do not have YouTube streaming live yet that I can find here.
Do you want to try to
Okay.
shut us off and try again?
Okay, I want to apologize to,
Callahan?
Here.
Hayward?
Here.
Hill?
Here.
Scharf?
Here.
Kurtz?
Here.
O'Loughlin?
Yes.
okay, thank you. To start with, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Scharf, second by, whose voice did I hear?
O'Loughlin.
O'Loughlin? Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, and motion carried. Did we
May-
have anything for public hearing or public comment through?
I don't have anything for public comment. I would ask the council, if you make a motion, please start with your name. It makes it a lot easier for Gina to capture who's making the motion in the second. So just start with your name and then make your motion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you all hear that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is a motion to accept and approve the consent agenda that approves the following: the minutes of the March 23rd, 2020 regular meeting, budgeted and monthly transfers for the month of March, the music station Class E, Class B wine, Class C beer, and Sunday sales liquor license for April 29th, 2020 through April 28th, 2021.
So moved.
Thank you.
Hill, second.
Thank you. Motion by Scharf, second by Hill to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. Thank you. Next on the agenda is a motion to approve the claims for payment.
Hill, so moved. And a second.
Thank you. I have a motion from Hill, second by Hannah, to approve the claims for payment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. Thank you. Next is a motion to receive, we have a public hearing to, get all my papers here. Fiscal year 2020 budget amendment public hearing. I need a motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
Hill, so moved.
Hayward, second.
Okay, I have a motion from Hill, second by Hayward, to receive and proof of publication of notice of public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. Thank you. Next is a motion to hold the public hearing.
Sharp, so moved.
Callahan, second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Scharf, second by Callahan, to hold the public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, and motion is carried. We are now in public hearing in regards to the budget 2020.
This would be the budget amendment for fiscal year 2020.
Okay, any details or comments? Any reports you need to make, Gina? Okay. Any questions from any council members or discussion?
The money that's going, this is Hill, the money that's going in under current amendment are those funds that we already had in another account that we're just balancing out all of our accounts from?
Say that again, Bob?
Where we are increasing our expenditures. Where is that money coming from above? I see it does have revenue amendments. Is that extra money that we have received that we didn't think we would prior when we did the first budget? And then we are increasing the expenditures based on the increased revenue?
There are increases in revenue in each case with the exception of the police department, where we had the additional overtime for traffic enforcement during the construction. But I think all of the other expenditure increases have offsetting revenues. That's correct.
The library has asked to use their fund balance as well.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Now I would ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
Sharp, so moved. Second, O'Loughlin.
Okay, I have a motion by Scharf, second by O'Loughlin to close the public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. We are out of public hearing. Next on the agenda, resolution setting the date of public hearing for covenants of the vacated right-of-way. I need a motion to approve.
O'Loughlin, so moved.
Okay. I didn't finish it all. It's me. Thank you. So I have a motion by O'Loughlin, second by Callahan to approve a resolution setting May 11th, 2020 at 6:30 as the date of the public hearing of the covenants of a vacated right-of-way. All those in, oh no, I need a roll call, please.
Callahan?
Yes.
Hayward?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Kurtz?
Yes.
Sharp?
Yes.
O'Loughlin?
Yes.
Hannah?
Yes. Can you explain that?
Yes, in 1998, there was a right-of-way that was vacated and transferred to an adjacent property owner. We do not have the proof of publication because the record retention does not go that far back, and there was no quitclaim deed filed with the courthouse. The resolution is there, the action is there, but there was no deed filed, and so without the proof of publication and without the deed, we have to have a public hearing to formalize this transfer that took place in 1998. So we're
Does
just,
that go to the property owner or to the city?
it goes to the property owner.
Thank you.
So we're just approving the public hearing date.
All we're doing is approving the public hearing date for May 11th. When you formalize this, you'll have to have a public hearing to authorize us to issue or reissue a quitclaim deed, but no quitclaim deed was ever filed with the county. That's what necessitated this public hearing.
Okay. I thought we were just making the resolution to make the correction. This is the public hearing for that?
Yes, this simply sets the public hearing for May 11th.
Okay.
Mayor?
Yes?
I have a question, maybe with all of the technology here, did we close the public hearing on the budget amendment, but did we have a vote to approve the budget amendment?
You're not allowed to approve the budget amendment at the same hearing as you have, or at the
Same
public
meeting?
hearing at the same meeting, yes. So we have
Oh,
to
okay.
approve
All right.
this May 11th.
That'll be back
All
on the
right, thank
agenda
you.
May 11th. Okay.
Thank you for checking.
Thank you, Al.
Okay, next I need a motion to approve a resolution setting May 26, 2020 at 6:30 PM as the date of public hearing for urban renewal plan amendment.
So moved. Sharp.
Thank you.
Second, Hayward.
Okay, I have a motion from Scharf, second by Hayward, to approve May 26 at 6:30 as the date for the public hearing of urban renewal plan amendment. I need a roll call, please.
Hayward,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Shar,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Thank you, motion is...
Callahan,
Callahan, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jen.
Callahan,
Yes.
Sorry. Thank you, motion is carried. Nothing like I'm trying to move through here. Next on the agenda is the CDBG funding request. A motion to approve that.
Before you make that motion, I did attach very late this evening, item number 5 to that letter that you saw. I've been waiting for some information on childcare facilities and funding. And so I did give you an option, an alternate option, which is attached to your agenda, showing childcare facilities, $250 per facility for 1 year's licensing and a deep cleaning of the facility. And while the 250 might not cover all of it, it's the best guess for a number that we have. I also included $10,000 for a series of up to $1,500 per facility in grant money that could be used for any new or existing facilities that are deemed to need repairs or remediation to be able to be licensed. One of the biggest drawbacks we found for child care facilities is a fear for not having all of the amenities that they would need in place to provide child care, to be a licensed child care. So your total request would go to $98,875 for the CDBG request. For the public, that includes 15 mobile hotspots to help support the school and their effort to continue providing student education. They are purchasing some. They did not have money for all that they needed. It includes $20,000 for the local food pantry kids meal program over the course of the summer. It includes $51,000 for lost food pantry donations. While the county has been very generous and the residents have been very generous, there is a significant decrease in food donations because they can't accept food without it being quarantined. We've also added $7,000 for the senior center meals program. While we normally fund this out of hotel motel, the significant decrease in hotel motel tax could hamper our ability to fund them this year, so we added that to this request. And then the child care, if you're willing to add that to the original letter.
How many daycares would that be, Al?
We estimated 25 daycares.
They each get $1,500?
No, we put down $250 for the first 25
$250.
daycares for licensing and cleaning. And then, however far, $10,000 with a maximum of $1,500 per facility would get us on any of the repair or remediation work that would have to be done to open new daycares or existing daycares that needed some additional work to be relicensed.
Why would we pay for their repairs?
Well, this is our best guess. The one thing that we've heard from, as far as daycares in the around the city, there may be people providing daycare and not being licensed because they did not or were afraid of the cost or expense associated with any of the remediation their facility might need or their home might need if it's a home-based daycare. In talking with Roxanne Fuller at the Iowa Extension, and I just lost her name, the regional daycare service, This was one of the biggest issues that they had in new daycare startups. We don't have to add that in there, but if we're going to do the grant, it seemed like creating an opportunity for additional daycares when we're so terribly short of daycare services seemed like a good idea.
But if they're for profit, shouldn't they be responsible for it?
I don't disagree. That was just identified as one of the biggest hurdles that we have. We can take that out if the council does not want to include that in the grant application.
This is a grant that we do
One
not
thing-
have to have any matching funds.
This
Right.
is 100% grant funded. There are no matching funds required. This is a one-time shot at the community development block grant funding specific to COVID-19. All of our issues have to be tied into or related to the COVID-19 event. That's correct.
This would be Hill making a comment. One thing I think we should, we need to consider is if we could help fund the repair, remediation, and get the daycare licensed, we would be providing a little more safety, a cushion for people taking their children to daycare, because a licensed daycare would have to meet different standards than simply somebody that opens their door to daycare. And I think that would be beneficial to families having a little more confidence in where they would be taking their children.
Well, Lachlan likes the idea.
What happens if they get the money and they don't carry through with it and get it open?
Well, we have to take care of managing that process on our end, and I think the way that the grant is set up, it's on a reimbursement basis, so they would have to put it in place and then get the reimbursement. Likewise, we have to submit the bills and get reimbursed. So we want the work done ahead of time. I won't say that it's impossible not to follow through, but it's unlikely.
This is Kurtz. I've got a comment.
Yes.
I think with all the emphasis that we're trying to put toward building our employment numbers in the community, and also with the new housing that we've got going, if we can do something to stimulate working people to be interested in moving to Independence and have good daycare facilities available to them, this is a great opportunity for us.
Good point.
Thank you, John.
But would Kidsville be able to get that money?
Well, this does not discriminate or limit applications. It is for daycare facilities or child care facilities within the city of Independence.
Well, I'm not sure, but I don't even think they've stayed open through this, have they?
Most of them have not. They're not allowed
We're
to.
allowed to.
How come some are and some aren't?
I'm not sure which ones are open. They would probably have to be a private daycare, to my knowledge.
Daycare centers were supposed to close about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Isn't Kidsville still open? Or not Kidsville, but Mosier's?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
Yeah, check that one out.
But I would make a motion on this to approve this application. This would be Hill, if there's no further discussion.
Okay.
Just,
I like it all, but the daycare I don't think I know enough about.
I would ask for clarification on the motion from Hill to confirm that it includes the daycare provision, because it was added late.
Yes, it would include all 5 of the items that we've been discussing, involving the hot spots, the food pantry, senior meals, and the daycare.
Thank you.
Do I hear a second?
This is
Kurt,
Hayward,
second.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Hill, second by Hayward to approve our SBBG funding request. All those in, oh no, you want a roll call? Excuse me, sorry.
Hill,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Shar,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Callahan,
Yes.
and Hayward.
Yes.
Thank you, motion is carried. That finishes our agenda itself. Now we're down to reports. Did we have any council committee meetings since the last one? So none of those, nothing to that. Are there any staff reports? Anything from the fire department? No. City clerk? City manager?
I have a laundry list of items to update the council on. Late this afternoon, I received an email from Taylor Construction. They anticipate being in town this week to work on their punch list items, including the landscaping and cleanup along the banks or the abutments of the bridge. We also have Cobalt Concrete coming in later this week to address the roughness issue on the east approach. We have a zoning map that is now digitized. Mr. Sheritz has worked at that for several months now, and we will be getting that put on our website as well. But it's the first time that we've had a digitized map of our zoning districts in the city. The Liberty Trail South extension, they cleared a portion of that and put in a culvert last year. This past weekend, they completed the clearing of, or grubbing of that trail all the way to the south through the tree line there. Wheelan Lumber has done that as a donation to the city, so we appreciate their help. We have a vacancy just announced on the council. It's a unique time for us because there's two ways to fill a vacancy, and that will be on the agenda for next Monday's work session or committee of the whole for the council to discuss. It appears at this point that the governor's exemption to the requirements for filling a vacancy are still intact, and we anticipate them to remain in place well into May. So that's some clarification we've been waiting for, and we'll have a discussion on that at the committee of the whole next week.
Is that it?
That's it?
Dustin, do you have anything for the police department?
Well, not a whole lot, just that we're starting to see an influx of calls because of the people being bored and out running around with the vandalism to West Elementary. We have a drug case ongoing that's pretty significant. And just a few other little things here and there, but I mean, we're starting to get those calls in because of people being at home, not working, not being busy, so.
Okay. Is there any?
This is Kurtz. I'd like to make a comment. I appreciate the police department. I noticed they got a couple of speeders that were excessively violating the speed limit. And I would encourage that. I've been watching a lot of the traffic on First Street now with the schools closed. And some of these trucks are going through there at 40 and 50 miles an hour, I think.
Wow. Okay, thank you, John. Anyone else? Any other council member have anything they'd like to mention?
Yeah, Hannah, I had a couple questions. Do we have anything about the 4th of July parade yet? People are asking.
The permit through the DOT has been approved for closing Highway 150, but that's the only news that we have. We have not heard from the chamber about the status of the parade. The only word of caution that we keep getting is with the governor slowly reopening our economy, they are emphasizing the fact that we have to learn to live with the coronavirus until they have a vaccine. So they're still encouraging, as of today, not having large social gatherings. Now, what that's going to mean for early July, I don't know, and I don't know that anybody knows yet. We're still taking a wait and see. But at this point, the
Okay.
chamber has not announced anything about the parade.
Another question I've had quite a few is about the cleanup.
Again, we're trying to let a little bit of time pass here so we can make the best decision possible. I don't have anything at this point. That is early June, so we've got a little over a month yet. I know we have to get the word out, but we're going to try and see how things play out here in the next couple of weeks before we do the official announcement on that.
Do you know, though, Al, even if the places like the Waste Management and the ones that do the TVs, are they even interested in doing it this year?
Everybody has expressed interest, I think, but I think they're in the same boat we are. They're kind of taking a wait and see on where we're
Okay.
at with the pandemic. So
Okay.
I don't want to be evasive, but we're going to be evasive just a little bit longer.
Okay, thank you.
This is O'Loughlin, and I have a question on the Balone Creek. Has the DNR been there yet to do their inspection and their holovometer, I don't know, something for smoothness?
This is not subject to their smoothness test specifically because it has
It
a,
wasn't in the contract.
it has a start and a stop point, but there's a distance from that start and stop that is exempt from that. So I would say, no, they have
There's
not
an
been.
exception to the exemption, too.
Yeah.
Talk
But
to the-
since this isn't on the agenda, can we even, since that's not an agenda item type of thing, we may have to wait and discuss that at the meeting of the whole to get updated information on it?
But the construction company's coming in this week to make recommendations for,
Not recommendations. They're coming in this week to make remediation of the issue on the east abutment, or on the east approach, rather.
well, the west is a lot better.
I think the focus right now is on the east. That is clearly the worst of the two.
Yes.
We might
I
have,
would expect you to, there will be somebody from the DNR contacting the city this week.
DOT, not the DNR, correct?
Well, the DNR guy talked about beneath there, but the DOT guy said he's going to try to get there this week also.
Okay, DOT, I mean,
I don't understand, like, this is Callahan, I don't understand why the DNR is involved.
yeah.
Help me out.
The creek, the watershed below.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about DNR concerns. I know they have an inspection to do, but I have not heard anything from them since we got the permit issued last spring.
And again, we may have more information at our meeting of the whole on next Monday. So,
Very, sounds good.
Does
anyone
it look
else?
like we'll still be doing this video?
At this point, we are continuing to do the remote meetings until we hear differently. Again, we're just watching what we can and can't do. The governor's declaration this morning still asked us to not have gatherings of more than 6.
Thank you.
A couple of things, Mayor, if I could. This
Yes.
is Hill. First of all, would like to thank all of the people that are doing good social distancing and using their masks. I am kind of disappointed in seeing as many people as I do, like at the grocery store and Walmart, that are not wearing their masks. So even though the governor is opening up some of the state, I hope people don't view this like the last day of school when the bell rings and we all go running out. we still need to keep our wits about us that the virus is still very prevalent, and just wanted to mention that. Next item we talked a little bit about before was I posted a couple of articles about the feral cat problem here in Independence due to phone calls from other residents, and also my neighborhood has a very good colony of purebred black feral cats, which could be increasing in number quite dramatically from the looks of a couple of them. But one of the things, I did get a phone call from someone that said a lot of the people that are interested in the cat situation don't necessarily have internet or email, and they suggested that if we put a sign up with, say, maybe the mayor's phone number or a mailing address or something, there would be people that would be willing to be involved with coming up with a plan to deal with it. And I know money is tight right now. One of the things I'm definitely not suggesting is that the city would take over the cost of neutering or spaying the cats, but other communities have had fundraisers. There are organizations that can be contacted for assistance. I think, Al, you've looked at a couple of those things. But I think if we could do more than just having it on Facebook or on the city website, maybe the newspapers could put something in, but there are a lot of people that don't use social network that they indicated to me. And I do have at least one name, Mayor, I'll email you tomorrow with.
Okay.
But it is a situation that I think it's not something we have to do today, but it's a growing problem, and we do have a lot of people feeding cats, and the more we feed the feral cats, the more the population increases. So we need to go to the next step besides feeding them. And anyway, that's just the feral cat situation. That my neighborhood has a purebred set of cats, a very distinct colony. So if anybody wants a purebred black cat with green eyes, come next to my neighborhood. You can get a very nice one. I'm sure some of the neighbors wouldn't mind. Thank you.
Are they easy to catch?
No.
I didn't think so.
Traps.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I guess this is Mike Hayward. KCRG had a nice story on Independence on the 6 o'clock news about kind of the governor opening things back up, and interviewed Rick Wolfcool, and the gal said she was going to interview businesses downtown and was going to have more on at 10 tonight, so might tune into that and see what that looks like if you're not doing anything else.
Okay.
What channel, Mike?
KCRG.
Thank you.
One last thing, Mike. Thank you very much for this isn't your first go-around on city council, and thank you for being brave enough to do it a second time. So, thank you.
Well, thanks. I enjoyed it. That was one of the hardest parts of the decision was I didn't want to give it up. But the other side won out. There was just too many positives on the other side of things that I just had to go with.
Good luck with it, Mike.
Yep.
Thanks.
Anyone
I'll be there
else?
one more meeting.
Yep.
Yep.
2, actually. You'll be at the meeting of the whole, and then our first meeting in May, won't you?
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else? I have just a couple of things. I had somebody call me when they were riding their bike on our Liberty Trail the other day, and a four-wheel drive vehicle came along with 2 people on it, driving down it, and they even said to them, because they had to get off the trail so the vehicle could go by. And they even said as they went by, "Oh, I know we're not supposed to be here," but they continued on their way and then turned around and came back, and they had to get off their bikes or off the way again. So we need to get the word out there that four-wheel drives are not supposed to be on our walking, biking trails. So if you're doing it, please stop. Tell your friends. The other thing is I did put on my Facebook and also had an article in the Bulletin Journal about the feral cats. I would like to start a task force for that and see what interest there is if people wanted to be part of it, to set traps and be responsible for taking care of those traps and making sure we get cats out to the vet to be taken care of and such, and then are also if they would like to donate to it. So I haven't gotten any response. I'll get your name from you, Bob, that you, if you email me. So anybody that's still with us out in the public, my number is 319-327-0674, or you can email me at mayor@indytel.com or contact, leave a message here at City Hall if you're interested, giving me your contact information. I'll get back to you, and we'll see where it goes. So I think that's all I have. If there's nothing else, any other comments? Then I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Sharp, so moved.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Scharf, second by Hill to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carried. Thank you. See you next time.
Thank everyone for your patience.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Al,
Yes.
will